congratulations. You have made it to home plate. Having gotten started correctly yourself, you've learned how to introduce your great program and opportunity, build belief in your prospect, answer their objections, and have led them to a positive decision. Now you have the most important task in front of you. You need to get your new agent off on the right foot. This is where you become a coach and a leader. Remember, how you get your new agent started is what they're going to duplicate in getting their new agent started. Since you're new in the business yourself, feel free to have your sponsor or upline with you to help you get your first few agents started. The first thing you want to do is to sincerely congratulate your new agent on their decision to join you in this opportunity. Reaffirm with them that although they are in business for themselves, they are not in business by themselves. Let them know once again that you and your entire team are there to help, and as such, you want to set up a getting started strategy right away. This strategy session should definitely be in person, if possible, and always within 24 to 48 hours of your prospect's decision to join Freedom Equity Group. We have found that if there's a delay in the time between an individual deciding to join you in your business and you helping them to get off to a fast and proper start, the results that you would expect will diminish with that delay. When someone makes a decision to go into your business, it is at this time that they are most enthused and most coachable, and you'll want to capitalize on this mindset immediately. So once your prospect has decided to join, you'll want to make an appointment to meet with him. Let's assume his name is Jim. Set that time, and upon meeting, you once again want to congratulate him on his decision and ask if he has any questions before you go over the strategy that will launch his business. If he has any questions, make sure you address these concerns right away. Remember, people will do this business for their reasons, not yours. Once you have covered his concerns, you want to physically get him registered with the company, and if this was not already accomplished before you arrive, now you can start with the 5 points that you started with in getting your business started. You can start out by asking what Jim hopes to accomplish in the business. Start a goals worksheet with him. The more that you know about his goals and aspirations are, the better you'll be able to steer Jim in the right direction and to accomplish those objectives. Secondly, should Jim become discouraged along the way, you'll know what drives him and what he wants from the business, so you can then remind him of how properly executed this business can help him achieve those goals. Talk to Jim about your goals and the game plan that you have established for yourself. When talking about goals, people like to know that they're working with like-minded people who have clearly defined what they want in their future also. The second step in getting the new agent started is to help them get their retirement program started. You may be doing this yourself if you're experienced, or on a split sale with your sponsor or mentor. It is very important that this be done properly. Remember, this is your new agent's retirement, and they're going to count on it for many years to come. A proper needs analysis must be done to ensure that the program that is right for your new agent is the one that is put in place. Once this is accomplished, you'll want to help Jim put his game plan together. Talk about the 2 exposures a day for the first 30 days and how the fast start is an easy start. You'll also want to put together a 30, 60, 90-day sprint. You'll also want to set up a time for you and Jim to talk each day, even if it's just a few minutes for the first few weeks. This is vitally important in that this is the time period where he may doubt his decision for joining the business. This will be new to him. He'll be in unfamiliar territory in both answering people's questions that he talks to, and the whole concept of sponsoring may be new to him. Find out what days and what hours Jim is planning on building his business, and schedule this conversation at the beginning of that time block that he's set aside. In this manner, you'll be able to see that he's on the right track as he starts his business building activities each day. While you and Jim are putting his game plan together, this is a good time to ask him what he would like you to do if you see that he's getting off track. You want to make sure that you have his permission to bring to his attention when you see that he's wandering off into unproductive territory, and that you have permission to suggest what would be more fruitful in accomplishing his goal. And the next thing you want to make sure is he going to get started on the fast track or the normal track? Make sure he understands how important the fast track is and what steps are necessary. Now, here you want to be able to pull out your list, show him how extensive it is, and pull out the memory jogger for the who do you know list. Explain to him that he will not be able to determine in advance who will be interested in either the program or the opportunity, and therefore he should not be prejudging people. Explain that his job is to invite to look, not to convince anybody of anything. If you can recall from our lesson on recruiting, you might want to point out to Jim that if this isn't the right time or opportunity for someone, then no one's good enough to close that deal. But if it is the right time and opportunity for someone, nobody is bad enough to blow the deal. Explain to Jim that he will be learning how to invite people to look at our opportunity, and they will be the ones that decide whether or not it's for them. So he should not prejudge. Help him right then and there to start filling up that who do you know list. Let him know that the Freedom Academy and you and your team will be teaching him all that he needs to know about building the business, and this is just one step in the process. Now, in step 5, you want to help Jim become familiar with all of the tools and venues that will help him build his business. Help him become familiar with all of the times and dates of the conference calls, webinars, trainings, local meetings, etc. Make sure he has all of the names, emails, and phone numbers of all of the people that will be able to help him to include his sponsor, uplines, as well as all of the corporate numbers that he'll need. Walk him through the various websites. Show him how to log into and use his back office. Don't get too tied up on the details here. Just an overview is okay, as his major task is to learn the cycle of duplication and to begin inviting people to view our program and opportunity. So now you have started your organization, and you will soon find that the speed of the pack is the speed of the leader. You need to lead by example. If there are weekly local meetings and you want your people to be there, you be there. If you want them to have a prospect with them, then you should strive to have a prospect at every one of those meetings. Here is a question that you can ask yourself daily. If my downline did what I did today, would my business grow? If the answer to that is no, then it's time to look in the mirror and adjust what you're doing. Do not confuse activity with productivity. Rearranging the furniture in your office may make you feel good, but it will not grow your business. Communicate with your organization often, even if only by email. Let them know what's going on and what you're doing. The more they see activity and communication from you, the more they will want to follow you. And remember, good news goes downline and bad news goes upline. If you have a concern over something to do with the business, bring that concern to your sponsor or upline. Do not discuss your concerns or your problems with your downline. They don't need any negative influence. Make sure they are always happy and eager to hear what you have to say. And finally, as a leader, never do anything that would have someone question your integrity. Our business is full of personal interrelationships, and people only want to do business and follow people they trust. Thanks for joining us. Have a great day.